and waltz. As we get ready now for the next event on the track, the men's 110-meter hurdles, featuring world record holder Liu Xiang of China, who will start out on lane 2, representing Asia. Alan Johnson of the U.S. in lane 3. And Dayron Robles of Cuba, the youngster, the 19-year-old, who last week in Stuttgart tied the Cuban record of 13 flat. And Amir Garcia, the Olympic champion from Sydney's record. This is Igor Peremota of Russia. Out in the heats of the European Championships. And there's the world record holder, the Olympic champion, 23 years of age now. There's Alan Johnson, the old man. He's a replacement for Ryan Wilson of the U.S. Aymen Ben Ahmed of Tunisia, representing Africa. James Mortimer of New Zealand, representing Oceania. In lane 6, Stanislavs Olijars, the perennial finalist in big meets, from Latvia, representing Europe. And for the French team, Cedric Lavanne. Dayron Robles, the youngster, just 2 months short of his 20th birthday. Fastest ever teenage hurdler. And then TheÓpistos Mavriois of Greece out in lane 9, the Greek champion here in 2006. Liu Xiang, of course, setting the world record that he had tied here in Athens 2 years ago, winning the gold medal. He ran 12:88 in Lausanne, Switzerland, earlier this summer in July, and then went back to China and had appearances everywhere. He is a cult hero in China, and of course, incredible amount of pressure on him, being the defending Olympic champion at an Olympic Games that will be held in his country. Here's the men's scores. Europe just 2 points ahead of the U.S. after the first day's competition. Africa has won the 4 previous World Cup team titles, and they are struggling here. Robles of Cuba running that 13 flat, tying the Cuban record last week in Stuttgart. Lee running 12:93, showing that the time home in China was well spent. He did plenty of training. We know the track is faster. We know he likes it. He won his gold medal and tied the world record of Colin Jackson's at the time, 12:91, in winning the gold medal as a 21-year-old on this track. And another quick gun, and Alan Johnson out great in lane 3. It's Alan Johnson in 3 and Robles in 7. Zhang's got a lot of work to do. Lee in 2, but it's Alan Johnson. Alan Johnson is going to take this thing. It's Johnson, and then very close between Robles and Liu Xiang. 12:94, a championship record for the 36-year-old 4-time world champion Alan Johnson. That's just 2 100ths of a second. Now it's corrected to 12:96, but no matter. Still a championship record, and just 4 100ths of a second off of Alan Johnson's all-time best. He lost his equal American record when Liu Xiang ran that world record. Dominic Arnold of the U.S. ran 12:90, but Johnson was out with the gun, and that wily veteran has been listening to this starter, knows that the gun would be quick. He went with it, and he is going to win wire to wire. It's Johnson, never headed, and then let's see if we can separate him for second. It looks like Liu Xiang, Robles for third, and then Olijars for fourth. So a big 9 points for the U.S. So that will put them in the lead, with Olijars getting 6 points for Europe. But Alan Johnson, 12:96, taking advantage of that experience, listening to that starter. Johnson, one of the great technicians in the event over the years. 4 outdoor world championships, 2 indoor world championships. And of course the gold medal, it seems so long ago, and now 10 years ago he won the gold medal in Atlanta. Fell on this track in the semifinals at the Olympic Games. Hugely disappointing. Would have loved to have been in that Olympic final. finished out of the medals in Sydney. And looking to make it 4 Olympic appearances in China in 2 years, and letting the world record holder know that he is definitely still around. Alan Johnson with a championship record 12:96. Liu Xiang 13:03, Robles 13:06, and Olijars a season best in 13:15. So a bit of an upset there. Johnson, a very, very good